India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval met Russian President Vladimir Putin on Thursday. Among other things, the leaders agreed to deepen the India-Russia strategic partnership. This was the NSA's second visit to Russia since the war in Ukraine began. Let's now take a look at what was on the agenda and what does it mean for India. The meeting was focused on boosting defense ties and projects. Reports say that Russia is set to offer India a special proposal. It could ask India to join its Checkmate fighter jet project. The Checkmate is going to be a fifth-generation supersonic fighter jet with a single engine. It would have stealth features, internal weapon bays and short takeoff capability. Meanwhile, a set of Sukhoi fighter jets are undergoing an upgrade in India. Doval and Putin also discussed the supply of the remaining S-400 systems to India as part of the 3-year deal signed last year. These surface-to-air missile systems can engage enemy fighter jets, unmanned aerial vehicles, as well as ballistic and cruise missiles. Civilian space cooperation and nuclear partnership are also on the agenda. Both sides are hoping to boost trade in national currencies. They also aim to bolster the connectivity initiatives in Eurasia and the Indian Ocean region. So why am I telling you all this? Because the meeting came as a contradiction to what analysts believed. The general opinion was that ties between India and Russia would fray, especially after the war in Ukraine. But that isn't the case. If anything, the two nations have gotten closer. They have decided to further deepen their strategic partnership. Doval's meeting with Putin came in the backdrop of India and Russia pushing security and energy partnerships. Russia has emerged as a top exporter of oil to India. Both the nations had vowed to do so after India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar's visit in November. And also, we can't forget that India is now buying more Urals crude than ever before. Refiners have also started taking Russian Arctic crude that it had previously been going to the European Union. India has imported about 1.4 million barrels per day or BPD of oil since December 2022, and this was up from 800,000 on average last year. And just 50,000 BPD before the war in Ukraine. All this comes despite the West's increasing pressure to condemn Moscow's actions. Besides oil, India is also dependent on Russia for its defense supplies. It imports a huge quantity of military equipment, including spares and ammunition from Russia. This has faced some challenges in the wake of the Ukraine war. Russia has recently suffered some heavy equipment loss. The Dutch monitoring group, Oryx, says that at least 1,000 Russian tanks have been destroyed since the war began. 544 more have been captured, 79 have been damaged and 65 abandoned. Now that's more than half of the operational tanks that Russia had when it invaded Ukraine. The group says that the losses could be even higher. As the war rages on in Ukraine, the friendship between India and Russia remains time-tested. India has not condemned the Russian invasion of Ukraine. It has maintained its stance. It has not picked any sides. It has always said that the crisis must be resolved through diplomacy and dialogue. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.